Good morning or good afternoon. Thanks for joining me. My name is Joanna. If you haven't joined me before, this is strength and conditioning. Generally, with strength and conditioning, we will have some external objects for our strength part. But if you do not have anything, don't worry, we can do this without it. I have a couple variety of equipment. I will repeat again for those who join us live. We will do a warm-up and then we will go into the workout. So for now, if you are in a space where you have, if you don't have somewhere soft to lay down, you might want an ab mat to lay down on. If you have any traditional equipment, you can use traditional equipment such as dumbbells, kettlebell, or like a bumper plate. If not, you can use something like a book or a case of water or anything that you can hold it in your hands, or even a Medball, whatever you would like for that. So we're just gonna wait a minute till some people come on. All right, I think that's Adam. I can't really see too well because I have a light coming in because it's so dark this morning. Isn't that so much fun now? All right, thanks for joining. It's gonna be a fun one. Happy Friday. You know, get ready for the weekend. Get a good sweat on. And hopefully you guys don't hate me after. Make sure that you have water with you in case you need that. Always be hydrating. That's always something important, even if you do it throughout the day afterwards. That's something to remember. We're just gonna give like another 30 seconds before we get started. 30 seconds and counting. All right. Maybe not 30. I'm impatient. All right, so if you are just joining, I have a couple of equipment options here for you to choose from for today's workout. You only need one thing. So I have something like a book, if you would like. I have a case of water. I have a kettlebell. I have dumbbells. And I even have something solid like a plate. You could also use something like a Medball. The weight is up to you. This movement is going to be taking an object from the ground all the way straight up overhead. There is no pause at the shoulders. So you're going to go from the ground and quickly and swiftly bringing it up overhead. That is the movement with our external object. If you do not have an external object for that, what you will be doing is doing an inchworm walkout. All right, you're gonna walk out your hands to a high plank and walk back in. That would be your change for this one. All right, so I will demo these in a minute after we warm up and as we go through the workout. For today, actually I will demo all the movements with all the objects quickly so you know exactly how to use them. We're going to move them out of the way as we warm up for today's workout. Hopefully you have some things close by. If you've been doing these classes for a while, you know to have something like them close by as objects that you like to use. All right, warming up. We are just going to kind of bound right now on our feet, just kind of get little hops going in one place. Just warming up our nervous system, our brain a little bit, just hopping in place. Good, we're gonna take our feet out about shoulder width. We're gonna do some squats, hips back and down, and come all the way up. Keep that core tight and that spine nice and long. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to do those walkouts that I talked about. So bring those feet under those hips, lock out those knees. Hands come to the ground. We're going to walk those out to a high plank. Hold. Downward dog. Hold. Warming up those shoulders. Walk those hands back in, stretch those hamstrings, and stand. We're going to take a reverse lunge. right. Hold here and twist left. Opening up that back hip here. We're going to stand up, give a good knee hug to that back leg. And send that leg back for an airplane here. Good. Same thing, other side. We're going to start with our walk out to a high plank. Feet come together, knees locked out, walk out, high plank. Down dog. Walk back in. And stand. Reverse lunge on the other side, twist the reverse. Keep stretching, keep squeezing those glutes. Stand up, give that back knee a knee hug. Standing up nice and tall, and then send it out for an airplane. Good. We're gonna go right back into those hops. Get waking up, send the blood back up. If you can't do the hops, you are doing those marches, high knees marches. All right. Just a quick little warm up. Keep going if you want to, if you need to do some more. Now it's on you. I'm going to demo or talk about the movements today. We're going to have 8 is the number. 8 reps of everything. We're going to have our objects. We're going to take them from the ground to overhead for most of the movements. All right. So if you have a book or a plate, you're taking this close to the body always. We're going to hinge our hips back so we can get this weight going down in between our feet, and we have a nice straight back. Hinge the hips, keep that spine nice and long. We're going to tap the ground, keep it close as we push it overhead. All right, so we're going to drive through those heels, squeeze nice and snap those hips nice and strong so we can stand overhead, and we're going to punch it out over top. So that's that with the plate. Same thing would happen with the book. We are doing the same thing. Might want to get something heavy, tap, and stand. Okay? That's with those objects. I would do the same thing. I was using a case of water. Keeping it close. Dumbbells, choice is yours. You can either do the dumbbells double, same thing, tapping the one end and bringing them up overhead. Or you can take one dumbbell, holding it nice and secure at the end, and do dumbbell swings like a kettlebell. Which would bring me to, if you have a kettlebell, you are going to be doing kettlebell swings, hopefully if you can, overhead. Keeping it close to the hips. This does not go to the ground. It goes all the way up to the sky. All right? Make sure we brace that core. We keep it engaged as we go overhead. That includes our glutes and rib cage, staying tight and in one line as a hand or object, shoulder, hip, and knee or heel are in one line. So I'll let you find your object today for that. I'm going to move some things out of the way here. That's movement number 1. Movement number 2 is a combo. We're going to lunge forward, right, step back, left, step back, and jump if you can. If not, you're just doing lunges, you're just going to double it. All right? So instead of 8, you're going to do 16. If you can, you're doing that hop at the end. So some of us are going to be off just by that aspect. Lunge, lunge, jump. Okay? So it's 8 total. We're going to count those jumps as the 1. So each leg 1 right, 1 left, and jump all counts as 1. You're going to do 8 of those. And our last movement, finally, is going to do or be either laying on our back, either doing crunch-ups, alternating crunch-ups, or alternating V-ups. That just means we're alternating which leg comes up. We're going to scissor kick those up or down. All right. 8, 8, 8 for each of the movements. Find your equipment now, what you will be working out with. And we are going to get started in 1 minute. I'm going to move this up front to do my lunge or my core. I'll do everything else right behind it. And today, I think I actually am going to use the case of water. The clearance overhead, make sure you don't hit anything. I have a light bulb there, so just an example of something you don't want to hit. If you are using something like water bottles, if you don't have dumbbells, make sure that the lids are nice and secure and tight. So those are a nice weighted object to be our dumbbells. All right, we are going to get started here. Hopefully you've practiced a movement or two before. And I'm going to count up. You want to count as many rounds as you can in the time provided. And I'm not going to tell you how much time we're doing this for. So you're just going to have to keep going as fast as you can while maintaining good form. All right, everyone? We're going to start in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Starting with the ground to overhead, 8 reps in 3, 2, 1. Keep it close. Only 8. And then our lunges. 1 side each, and then a hop. Finish that hop before you go into each lunge. Standing up at the top of each lunge. Dropping down, weight in that front heel. Something to think about. Right, left, jump. I think this is my 8. And then those alternating V-ups or crunch-ups. You can start one way and switch it if you'd like. Long legs, toes pointed away from the body. Each leg would count as 1. Right leg versus left leg. So it's 4 each leg. And then back to the top. All right, we got this. Use those hips to jump this up overhead. And then our lunges with the jump. Eight total. not too bad, right? We can do this. Keep it going. Get in the habit. 3 movements. At your own pace. Do what you can. Remember, set that back, set that core, and set those legs. Hips go back. They're a little bit higher than if we were in a squat. Legs are engaged. Violent hip thrust. Sorry, kick that out of the way. Stay with it. Stay in that front heel on those lunges. And keep moving. If you are going faster than me, that's awesome. Keep it going. As always, have someone to write your rounds and or reps. Or your time. Switch it up here. Remember, touch it between the feet. And then your lunges. Stay with it, guys. Come on. Almost halfway through. Stay with it. I switched up objects just in case you needed a look at another object, how to do it for the ground to overhead. Drop that back knee on these lunges. We should be stacked, hip, shoulder, and knee. it. All right, over halfway we should be. Come on, stay with it, guys. Remember your form. Take back your speed to make sure you're doing it correctly. We want to protect that spine, always number one. So we got to maintain that tight core, tight back. Hinge those hips out of the way, behind those heels. Squeeze those glutes. Find tension in the body. Keep plugging away, one rep at a time. Come on, you got this. Almost there. Stay with it. Come on. At your own pace, but keep it moving. Challenge yourself. Come on, last 30. See how many you can do. Five, 3, 2, 1, and time. we're gonna stretch it out here for the last minute or two. Whew, maybe not. I got it. All right. So shake out those arms. We're gonna take one arm, cross it over the body, make sure that shoulder's in its socket. So don't reach forward. Shoulder in socket. Reach across the body, use some help of your other arm to help a little bit. And then press them into each other. Press the arms into each other, shake it out, same thing, other side. Shoulder in socket. Press the arms into each other. Shake it out. One hand, pat yourself on the back for doing such a good job. And keep the other arm to help press that elbow back. Lock down that core. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Shake it out, other side. Lock down that core as you pull that elbow back. Little pats on the back for yourself. Shake it out. If you are on the ground and you're good being there, we're gonna go into a quadruped position. Hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. We're gonna take our right arm, inhale it to the right, and then feed it under our left palm up. Drop the head, drop the shoulder. Reach that palm forward, and we're just going to press the back of the palm into the ground. Maybe a little help of your left hand. You can lift it, whatever you'd like. We're just getting behind the shoulder blade today with this thread, the needle. Good, come on back up. Same thing, other side. We're gonna inhale that left arm all the way up and then thread it under our right. Drop the head, drop the shoulder. Our hips are still high. You're gonna press the back of the palm into the ground. You could use your right hand and push it into the ground. You can make it long. You can send it up to the sky. Whatever works for you. Feeling the bottom shoulder blade. And come on up. Nice. We're going to sit on up a little bit. We're going to send one knee forward into a half kneeling position. We're going to tuck that tailbone under. Squeeze our glutes of both legs. And we're going to inhale our arms all the way up high. So we're still stacking over that back knee. And then let go. Exhale our hands down. Again, squeeze tight, inhale, reach up higher to the sky. Reach up as high as you can. And exhale, hands come down. One more time, inhale all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, come down. Hands are gonna come down on the inside of this foot. Tuck our back toe, lift our back leg. Lift that back knee, not the whole leg. And just lengthen here from the hips. We're gonna get our left elbow to instep and sweep on open past the bent knee. Come back down, elbow to instep and sweep open past that bent knee. Hand comes back down on the outside of the foot, drop the back knee, and send our hips back, straightening this front leg. Get a nice hamstring stretch here. It's okay if you don't go all the way back. It's okay if your knee is bent. And rebend. And stand. Other side. Half kneeling. Switch legs that are in front. Make sure we're leaning over that knee with our shoulders and our hips. We're going to tuck the back tailbone. Squeeze our glutes. Inhale, reach up nice and high. And exhale, come down. Keep that tension. Inhale all the way up, reach up high. And exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up high, 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 as high as you can. Touch the ceiling. And exhale, come down. Hands are going to come down to the inside foot. Tuck the back toe and lift the back knee. Just holding here for a second, straightening from the hips. We're going to get that inside elbow, reach towards that instep, and then sweep past that bent knee. Again, elbow to instep, or the ground if you can, and then sweep past that bent knee. Hand's gonna come down on the outside of the foot. Let the back knee fall to the ground. Send the hips back, straightening that front leg. I'm still straddling it with my hands of that front foot. I'm not moving it back unless you need to for balance. Stretching the hamstrings, folding forward. And come back up. All right, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining. Stretch anything else you might need to stretch. Comment below with your scores, your total rounds plus reps, and anything else you'd like to comment with. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one.